Hi, my name's Mark Hayward. I am a corporate employee with an entrepreneurial mindset. Here are some of my thoughts, ideas, and comments. So, I want to talk today about holidays. So, a lot of people, when you hear their hustle in America, they go, "We can't afford holidays. You can't do it. You need to focus on your career, on your business, whatever it is. You haven't got time for a holiday. You haven't got space for a holiday. There's no money for a holiday." If you're running a business, that might be the case. Equally, if you go on holiday, you can still work. There's nothing stopping you taking your laptop, your podcast stuff, your whatever it is, note and paper. And therefore there is time to be able to work on holiday. Now, equally, if you have children and a wife, that might be slightly looked down upon, but I would equally say that if you are committed to what you're doing and your wife and children accept that and appreciate that, then they are more likely to let you do that. I'm going to talk about holidays, and there's basically 1, 2, 3, 4 or 5 things I just want to talk about. So the first thing I wasn't going to start with, but as I've touched on it, I might as well continue on it, is it gives you space to be able to work. So if you have a different environment, sometimes you can get different ideas, different ways of approaching things, and so I would say that taking your laptop really doesn't make that big a deal. And now with the mobile society, you can have your laptop and your mobile phone. You can do recordings, you can dictate memos, you can write emails, you can organize things, you can deliver things, you can deliver a deliverable if you deliver a service. You can organize people in the UK to be able to deliver a product if that is your type of business. So all inspired by Tim Ferriss's 4-Hour Week. If you haven't read it, go out and buy it and read it. It's really fascinating. Gives you an idea of how to live the mobile life, and therefore you can automate things. Or you can delegate things. So I don't think it's an excuse anymore to say that holiday is away from the business, because equally you can do everything that you need on holiday. So that's number 1. Number 2 is it gives you time to be able to focus on your family. So on the flip side, you might spend long hours, long days without your family and wife, and it gives you an opportunity to sort of rebalance and spend some time with them. It's incredibly important, if you do have family, to find time to relax and be with them. Equally, if you don't have a family, it might be friends or equally your parents, for example, that you might want to have a holiday with, because it gives you time with them. If you're working really hard all the other times of the day, it's really hard to be able to fit them all in. So I would say it's most important to have time with your family, because it builds up strong relationships and they can help you through bad times or good times equally. So it's good to spend time with your family, whether that is your kids, or whether that's with parents or with brothers and sisters, or equally if you're living in another country, for example, it might be friends that you've formed from the new country that you're living in. So I would say definitely time to reflect, give you time to be with friends and family. Number 3 is it gives you time to reflect. So I mean this, and I am a big person for reflection. So some of the decisions I make, I don't make on the spot. I like to reflect on them. I like to consider them. I like to have a decision and then mull it over for a little bit before I make my final decision. I don't think this is a weakness. I much prefer to be someone who reflects on decisions, and then makes them later, rather than shooting from the hip and you might be right, you might be wrong. Far too many people that I have experienced in my life shoot from the hip and invariably get it wrong, and can cause problems for their career or their business. So I think time for reflection, it gives you time. So on holiday, sort of time for reflection is more taking stock of where you are, where you want to achieve, how long you want to achieve that in. Is it a must do? Is it a want to do? You need to be able to get that time and to be able to understand what's your next goals for the next 6 months. Equally, I tend to review my ambitions and my goals in January and like in the new year and in August. So I've just recently thought about my next sets of goals, and it's actually a tweak rather than a transform. So I would say that this time to be able just to reflect on what you want to achieve and when you want to achieve it is actually very, very powerful. In a corporate environment, it's less so, but you might make a decision on slightly changing the way you do something. Equally, that you might get inspiration from your family members or your wife, etc., who might give you ideas while you're reflecting on decisions. And then the last one is a bit of a silly point, but it is important. It's nice to be in good weather, in sunny, and being by the pool or the beach, whatever it is. It generally makes you feel better. So the vitamin D gives you a big buzz, and it's nice to be, whether it's in a hotel with or whether it's all inclusive, or whether you're in a villa and sort of you get your own food, etc. It's nice to be somewhere hot, have a relaxing time. Some people don't relax, some people can't relax. Equally, for me, I find that especially with young kids, it's hard to relax. But equally, when they get a little bit older, I think I will find time to be able just to chill out for a little bit and sort of rest up and sort of think about what I want to achieve in the next 6 months or so. So that's what my take on holidays and what you should be thinking about when you go on holiday. It's really interesting to hear some of your thoughts. If you have anything that you would like to share with me about your holiday or what you take from your holiday, that would be fantastic. So please leave me a review. On iTunes. If you're listening to this on Apple, please give me a review. I'd love to hear your thoughts on the podcast. That'd be great. Equally, look out for me on Twitter, Mark Hayward169. Check me out, see if there's anything that you're interested in. I publish my podcast, I publish some video blogs, some quotes and things, so check it out. There is my website, which is the absolutebusinessmindset.com. Please check it out. There's various things on there, including mentoring and coaching availability, as well as my ebook, which I am in the final throes of completing. So please check that out. I'd love you to purchase either. That'd be fantastic. Could you please, if you enjoyed the podcast, please subscribe to the podcast. Really just in your inbox every Sunday and Thursday. There'll be a new podcast every Sunday and Thursday, so check that out. If you subscribe, you get it into your app straight away. And lastly, if you've enjoyed the podcast, tell someone about it. Tell a family member, tell a friend, tell a colleague that you like it and you'd like to share it with other people. So please do that. Thank you very much.